Good day, everyone. This is Team Ems, Joshua Eldonere, Jefferson Aves, Venus Andrea Maribao, Joyce Tenebro, April Jane Bartigen, and Miko J. Saure. So for today's video, we are going to discuss the two traditional games in the Philippines, the Agawang Sulok at Araw Lilim. So before we proceed in our main topic, let's discuss first the traditional games in the Philippines. Traditional games in the Philippines are diversions regularly played by youngsters, normally utilizing local materials or instruments in the Philippines. Because of restricted access of toys of Filipino kids, they more often than not come up on imagining diversions without the need of anything other than players themselves. With the adaptability of a genuine human to think and act makes the amusement additionally fascinating and testing. Since it is a convention for Filipinos to play in a greater and open territory, most amusements are generally played outside the house. A few amusements are played or held amid town celebration in the areas. And we all know for the fact that when we were young, most of us used to sneak out of house and play with our friends. We don't mind if it's hot or not. And also, gadgets do not exist back in the day. There are but a few, and we are not yet used to those things until it appeared in our late childhoods. Kids nowadays use those gadgets because it's easy to access. They are having a hard time interacting with other kids. That could make a huge difference on how they communicate to others. And like before, we had hard but memorable times with our friends. Traditional Filipino games used to be our entertainment, and that helped us a lot when we were young. Physical activities have supported our body to keep in healthy, unlike kids those days. They are locked inside their rooms using their gadgets. And now, we are so very thankful because of these traditional games in the Philippines. Without the traditional games, our childhood will be boring. And I thank you. Let's proceed in our main topic, which is the Agawang Sulok at Araw Lilim. These are traditional games that Filipinos love to play. Here, players show the ability to move into space to goal, to occupy the opponent's space and depend on their space. It also includes running, jumping, or crossing over. At mamaya, matutunghayan nyo kung paano ito laruin ang Agawang Sulok at Araw Lilim. Okay, let's proceed. Agawang Sulok. We recollect how we laughed to the moon, run, yell, sweat, and laugh. In fact, one didn't hurt sometimes, but no curse for all we know are just fun. And yes, accurate. Dapat natin i-enjoy ang paglalaro dahil ito ay pinaka-importante sa mga bata noon at ngayon.
History. Agawang Sulok is an outdoor game played by 5, 7, or 9 players in a quadrangular playground marked off on the ground or floor. However, it is not known where and when did this game originated. Agawang Sulok equipments. Markers to be used as the base. You can utilize 2 trees or 2 shoes or 2 seats as your bases. So, the Agawang Sulok has 4 skills needed. First is the agility, ability to move quickly and easily. Second is speed, since it is constituted of running. Endurance, for a long period of strenuous activity. And lastly, the coordination, the effort, and cooperation of the players. So, the age recommendation is 5 years old and above.
There are 2 bases which each team claims as their own. The goal is to tag the other team's base without getting tagged. If you're tagged, you're transferred to the other team and must be rescued. There are several variations in which the rules are changed. In some, you can connect other items on the base so you can easily touch the base. A rule usually called kuryente. Para madaling matag ang base ng kalaban ay kailangang bawasan ang mga manlalaro ng kalaban. At kung ang kalaban ay nahuli, sila ay magiging bilanggo. Kailangang isave ng kalaban ang nahuli nilang kakampi upang mas maging protektado ang kanilang base. Ito ay ginagawa ng dalawang grupo. At para madali kang makasave sa iyong base, pwede kang gumamit ng mga bagay-bagay upang mas mapadali mo ang pagbalik sa inyong base. Ang tawag dito ay kuryente. There are usually set points, such as the first team to tag the other team 5 times wins. You can tag other people who have touched their base before you and are on the opposite team. If they have touched their base after you've touched your base, they can tag you, and you can tag them. This is called sometimes block 1, 2, 3. Sa larong agawang sulok ay may sinusunod na puntos, pero pwede naman itong i-modify. Ang team na unang makalimang puntos ang siyang panalo. Pwede mong hulihin ang kalaban kung siya ang naunang lumabas sa kanilang base bago ikaw sa iyong base or vice versa. Ang tawag dito ay block 1, 2, 3. Importance of agawang sulok. Number 1. Speed and deftness. Not getting captured by the other group. Number 2. Dependability. Save the prisoners individuals from your team. Nobody gets left behind. Number 3. Tirelessness. If at first you don't succeed, try and attempt once more. Number 4. Sportsmanship. Win or lose, you acknowledge both with affableness. At any rate, everybody had a considerable measure of fun. Ang importansya sa agawang sulok ay bilis sa paggalaw upang hindi mahuli. Pag nahuli ang kakampi, kailangan itong i-save para masaya ang lahat sa paglalaro. Hindi dapat mabilis mapagod sa paglalaro kasi ito ay running game. At ang panghuli ay dapat bawat manlalaro ay may sportsmanship, tanggapin ang panalo at pagkatalo, magbigay pugay sa mga nanalo at respeto sa mga natalo.
Araw lilim. What is araw lilim? Araw lilim, or day and night or sun and shade, is the game played wherever there is light and shade. And also, it can be played on a sunny day or a moonlit night. Araw lilim also is usually played by 10 to 20 or more players outdoors and played wherever there is a light and shade. Araw lilim is a running diversion with a curve. This game is played whenever there is a light and shade. It can be played on a sunny day or a moonlit night. Ang larong ito ay nilalaro kung saan may liwanag at lilim. Maaari itong laruin sa isang maaraw o sa isang gabing naliliwanagan ng buwan.
How to play? So there are 10 to 20 or more players. One player is the tagger. He tries to tag or touch any one of the players who is in the light. A runner saves himself from being tagged by staying in the shade. May isang taya sa grupo. Susubukan ng taya na mahawakan o matapik ang isa sa mga manlalaro na nasa liwanag. Maaaring iligtas ng mga manlalaro ang sarili sa pamamagitan ng pagtakbo sa lilim. Kapag mas marami ang kasali sa laro, mas magiging masaya kung mayroong dalawa o higit na taya. May bulong pari sa laro. Ang bulong pari ay nangangailangan ng 10 hanggang 20 na manlalaro. Kilala ang larong ito sa Visayas bilang hunghunganay. Ang mga manlalaro ay hinahati sa dalawang grupo. Kailangan pantay ang dami ng manlalaro ng bawat pangkat. May isang manlalaro na tatayo bilang pari at mayroong dapat atasan para maging pinuno ng pangkat A at pangkat B. Ang dalawang grupo ay hihilera sa tapat ng isa't isa. Ang pari naman ay maaaring tumayo o umupo sa harap ng dalawang pangkat na may layong 5 metro mula sa mga grupo. Ang mga pinuno ng grupo ay tatayo sa unahan o bungad ng linya. Ang pinuno ng pangkat A ay lalapit sa pari at ibubulong ang pangalan ng isa sa mga manlalaro mula sa pangkat B. Pabalik ang pinuno sa kanyang lugar at ang pari ay isisigaw na lapit, come near. Isa mula sa pangkat B ang lalapit sa pari. Kung magkataon na ang lumapit ay ang mismong manlalaro na binulong ng pinuno ng pangkat A sa pari, ang manlalarong iyon ay mananatili sa tabi ng pari bilang isang bilanggo, ngunit kung ang lumapit ng manlalaro ay ibasa na ibulong ng pangalan at maaari siyang lumapit sa pari upang bumulong ng pangalan mula sa pangkat A, uulitin ng bawat grupo ang proseso. Ang unang pangkat na maubusan ng miyembro ay talo.
The one tag becomes the tagger in the next game. If many are playing, the game is made more interesting by having 2 or 3 taggers at the same time. At kapag maraming player ang magiging tagger, is magiging more interesting yung game. Dahil pag marami, mas masaya.